Yo, what is up, everybody? So let's go back again. Another short story from the collection titled Wicked Whims, written by various authors. Remember to use the links in the description below. Show love to them. Like, comment, and subscribe. Story 4, Bonded Souls, written by Callista. Are you sure we should be up here, Ricky? Didn't your friend say upstairs was off limits? I ask, squeezing his hand as he leads me down a narrow hallway. Letting my eyes wander, I see a few other rooms, green lights glowing under them like Mr. Boogedy is about to make an entrance. Although today is one of my favorite holidays, I would be lying if I said I didn't believe in things that go bump in the night. Just being around my Mormon parents my whole life is horrifying enough. Ricky halts my thoughts as he steps in the front of a door and looks over his shoulder at me. Don't tell me you're afraid, Angelica. It's Halloween without a little thrill, right? Stepping through, my face is met with several strings of cobwebs, like a fleet of spiders occupies the room. Brushing the silk strings from my face, I glance around and feel an odd chill run up my spine. The room is lit with a single candle, revealing the pewter-colored walls. No other furniture except the mahogany-colored bed frame that sits in the middle of the room. Maybe we should go back to my dorm. My roommate's gone for the weekend, I offered, feeling creeped out at this moment. Ricky shuts the door and walks towards me. The mischievous look in his eyes makes my heart race as he brushes my black and white hair away from my eyes. Don't be afraid, my little dog napper. This is one pooch you can slay anytime you want. Did I mention how hot you look in that costume? You may have mentioned it a few times tonight. Tonight was this annual Halloween party hosted by his friend Preston, and the theme was Disney. Cruella de Vil being my favorite Disney character, I dressed as she and Ricky in a Dalmatian costume. Surprisingly, he wasn't the least bit upset by the choice of outfit and went along with it like a champ. Perhaps it's the fact that there's nothing to it, as the black and red corset hugs my thick curves like a glove. The black booty shorts and fishnet tights accentuate my long legs. Got my walking, talking sign that reads, "Fuck me." I close my eyes, let his mouth bring me to the desirable world I love visiting whenever we're intimate. We haven't made our relationship official, as we just met a few months ago. We've been enjoying each other's company nearly every day. One bat of an eyelash on that warm August day was all it took. I was hooked. Like a fishing rod, Ricky reeled me in, and has been the eye of my affection since. From the curly locks to sit atop his head, the emerald green eyes, and muscular physique, what girl could resist? Seeing the sleeves of tattoos covering his arms and neck, I knew he had a bad boy written all over him. And that's exactly what I was looking for. A person who isn't afraid to live. Someone who's the complete opposite of the life I left behind. Growing up with strict parents, I never followed in and never was allowed to date, so my virginity remains intact. This being my first year of college at Jamestown University in North Dakota, I had high hopes of changing that. It's almost like being here woke this devil inside of me, was just begging to break free. Pleads with me almost every day to repent for every God-forsaken promise my parents forced me to utter. Everything alright, Angie? Can't help but feel those flutters disperse, hearing him call me Angie instead of Angel. Heavenly nickname is one I happen to hate, and without words, like he knows my deepest, darkest secrets. Pulling down his spotted hood, I run my fingers through his raven locks. I'm great. Perhaps feeling a little tipsy from all those witch's brew drinks your friend's girlfriend made. Honestly, looked like Peter Venkman poured ectoplasm in them, so tried to choke him down as fast as possible. That girl would not take no for an answer. Who's Peter? Another boyfriend of yours? I throw him a confused look, wondering why the tone of his voice suddenly rings like an angry chord. He's a character from the movie Ghostbusters. You know, I start humming the classic theme song as Ricky grunts and pushing me back against a wall. Our eyes lock before he grabs my hands and holds them above my head, intertwining our sets of fingers. Do that again. Forehead lays against mine. His breathing becomes heavier. Don't tease me, Angie. You know how much I love that gorgeous voice of yours. Ricky's lips met mine. He devours my mouth like a savory treat. I never thought of myself as a phenomenal singer, but ever since Ricky took me to this karaoke bar and I shared my hidden talent, like, can't get enough of me. Like my voice was the call of a siren, luring him in to his destiny. Giving into his plea, I hum the tune again as Ricky brings his lips to the crook of my neck, tasting my skin like it's the key to his libation. Don't stop. His voice, but a mere whisper as he kisses his way down to my cleavage. The fervent touches compel my body to squirm, but he squeezes my hands tightly, let me know he's in control. Sensing what feels like teeth, I look down, catch a glimpse of Ricky biting back the lace, covering near my breast. His lustful eyes gaze back at me. He takes my nipple between his teeth, clamps down, his tongue finishing the fallacious act. He releases my arms and slides his hand to the space between my legs, his fingers groping the fabric that houses my most prized possession. Ricky. My hips rock back and forth as he rubs my center, sending shivers throughout my body. You don't know how long I've waited for you. So extraordinary, Angelica. Before I can breathe, his lips collide with mine. Like a passionate stick of dynamite, Our tongues explode into one another's mouths. Hearing what sounds like a woman's scream, I pull back from our heated kiss and look toward the door. Did you hear that? Whoa. Are you okay? Are you wearing colored contacts? I swear, your eyes look purple. Alright, look, stay here. I'll check it out. Ricky opens the door and shuts it behind them, leaving me in the dark. Fixing my outfit, I reach into my wristlet, take out my cell phone, turn on my flashlight. Using it to light my way, I look around the room and notice a cluster of old portraits on one of the walls. Each one holds an image of a man, every facial expression stiff as a board. The formalness of their attire brings me back to a conversation I had at dinner with my parents a few months ago. It was customary in our home to dress formally for any and every meal. My parents, being Mormons, expected me to demonstrate a sense of perfection, even if I tried to rebel. No sugary treats, no public schooling, and no doing anything outside of helping our church force me to grow up resenting my parents. It was at this dinner that they told me I was to marry a boy named Abel Chadwick. His name, coming straight from the Bible, my parents thought he was a sign of good things to come. My father uttered the words sexual relations, and I about fell over in my chair. It made our union sound like it was the Holy Grail, and it was on me to give our family the eternal object. Like I'm just some piece of property they can sell off. This marriage to them was simply about creating life to do God's work, and that's why I ran. Again, I hear the loud scream. I startle and drop my phone, and it disappears underneath the bed. Ah, shit. Bending down to catch a glimpse of where it went, I see its light shining under the middle of the queen-size bed, so I lay down on my stomach to reach for it. The opening isn't quite big enough for me to fit my thick body under, so I close my eyes and push my face against the wood edge, stretching my arm as far as it can. Tapping my hand around on the wooden floor to find it, my fingers are suddenly met with an hairy object. Moving my hand further down, I stop as what feels like human skin halts my search, my hand trembling. Slowly retracting my hand, I run into what feels like my phone and quickly yank it out. Letting out a deep breath, my curiosity gets the best of me, so I decide to see what the mysterious object was. Shining my light under the bed, I see what looks like a black wig and let out another deep breath. Thank God. Slide my hand across my forehead, feeling ridiculous for letting my paranoia get the best of me. A sudden rumble underneath me causes the bed to shift, and what sounds like a bowling ball rolling comes towards me. Ah! I shriek as that black wig comes attached with a woman's face. The spot where her eyes should be is black and empty, tears of blood running down her cheeks. Immediately getting to my feet, I open the door and shriek again, running into someone. Hey, I was just coming back for you. What's the matter? Ricky puts his hands on either side of my face to keep my attention, and my mind and body are shaking in fear. There's a woman's face under the bed. She didn't have any eyes, Ricky. They were gone. What? Are you sure? You know Preston likes to play pranks. Sure it's not real, Angela. I know what I saw, Ricky. Ricky goes into the bedroom and bends down to look under the bed. He chuckles and pulls out the black wig. Just a face mask, Angie. He holds it out, but it doesn't look the same as the one I saw just moments ago. My mind's just playing tricks on me, I guess. Is everything alright downstairs? Yeah. One of the girls broke a nail or something. Most of the party guests left. Guess what? I have one more spooky surprise up my sleeve. Come with me. Ricky takes my hand and leads me downstairs. A quiet atmosphere refreshing to hear after listening to all that loud rock music for the last several hours. Reaching the bottom of the steps, Ricky brings me into the back of the house, which Preston said was off limits. The area enclosed by double French doors. Stopping in my tracks, seeing all the candles lighting up the room, I also notice a white circle drawn on the floor, with an unfamiliar symbol drawn in the middle of it. What's this, Ricky? He releases my hand and walks toward the circle. Stopping at a table off to the side, he tosses something inside a bowl as a puff of smoke emerges and delivers a herbal scent to the air. Ricky moves inside the circle and calls me, bending his pointer finger. Like my feet suddenly have a mind of their own, I float towards him, take his hand, stopping before I reach the circle. His fingers brush across my cheek and down my lips before he leans in, passionately kisses me. What is it that you want more than anything, Angelica? I open my eyes and gaze at him, feeling like I'm caught in a trance. I want you, Ricky. I want you to be the one. He crashes his lips onto mine and then pulls me into him as our lips dance to the passionate tune that's humming throughout my body. Ricky drags his lips away from mine, compelling me to yearn for him even more. Are you willing to give yourself to me? And bind our souls together forever? His eyes search mine, like his question is of the utmost importance to him. Shaking my heated thoughts, I let a giggle slip, realizing he must be playing some game. Bind our souls, huh? Is this your way of asking me to be your girlfriend? I gotta say, it's sweet that you went to these lengths, but I'm a simple girl, Ricky. You're so much more than a simple girl. You are one of a kind. His fingers once again brush across my face, forcing me to forget where we are. Like his touch houses some sort of magic that I'm drawn to. Your love? Okay. I think you're the one who's had a few too many ectoplasmic drinks, my little Pongo. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever had the pleasure of seeing, Angelica. You house the voice of an angel, and your body's purity calls to me like my own personal element. Suddenly, I feel like I'm talking to a completely different person. Move away from him. Actually, I'm feeling a little tired, so I think I'm gonna walk back to my dorm. Looking down, I see an iridescent light glow, coating the white circle we're standing in. Ricky? What's going on? Why can't I move? Feeling his presence behind me, I jump a little as his breath warms my ear. I want to give you everything, Angelica. His hands slither down my hips, and one of them slides down the front of my shorts and underneath my panties. Rubbing his fingers across my center, I groan as an indescribable sensation overtakes my body. We belong together. His whispered voice makes me shiver as I lean into him and close my eyes, feeling bursts of pleasure disperse through me. I groan and throw my arm around the back of his neck, combing my nails through his curly locks. His soft lips throw kisses down my neck and to my shoulder. His free hand starts to untie the corset back of my costume as he continues to drive my senses to a whole new world. The top of my costume falls to the floor as Ricky scoops up one of my breasts and kneads it like a savory piece of dough. Tell me, Angelica. Tell me you'll be mine forever. His fingers start to rub over a new area of my wet center. The unknown feeling causes my knees to go weak. Ricky stops his pleasurable touches and spins me around. My head feels dizzy as I gaze into his purple, infused eyes. Ricky, why did you stop? Feeling like my body is radiating heat and longing to give into this phenomenon that's building in my stomach. You can have what you want once I get what I need from you, my love. He pecks my lips and moves to the side, grabbing an object from the table. Seeing a sharp knife in his hand, I snap out of my trance and push him back with my hand. What are you doing with that? He slices his hand and closes his eyes, taking a deep breath. Do you see what your purity does to me, Angie? Ah, it's so powerful. He licks the blood dripping from his hand. The hand that moments ago was bringing me to a state of pure ecstasy. Glancing around the room, I suddenly see things with a new set of eyes as they widen in fear, realizing what this is. Several symbols dress the walls and the room like a bright marquee that was staring me in the face the entire time. But I was too blinded by my lust to see it. Ricky quickly takes my hand and slices it with his knife, bringing it to his lips. Before I can pull back, He licks up my blood like it's the last drop of water on earth. Ricky, stop! What the hell are you doing? Yanking my hand away from him, I bend down to retrieve my top and cover my breasts as Ricky's body starts to levitate and a dark purple cloud hovers over him. Yes. Yes. Noticing an object behind the couch off to my left, I lean further back to see it, cover my mouth, catching a glimpse of the woman's bloody face from earlier. Not only her, but several women who were at the party tonight appear to have the same extremities. Their eyes black and empty, their bodies missing. Oh God, this can't be happening. Panic starts to set in as I slide further back on the floor to get away from Ricky. Running into what feels like a shoe, I look up and see Preston, wearing the same purple eyes that Ricky has. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Guess the legend was true after all. Preston grabs me by the shoulders, plants me to my feet. What legend? I didn't believe it after feeding off all these virgins and getting nowhere, but Kali, you were the one, Angelica. My instincts kick in, and I slap him across the face, rage swirling in my eyes. Ugh, you fucking bitch. He grabs me by the throat, lifting me off my feet as my airway tightens. Before I can blink, Preston is blown back into the wall, the drywall denting upon impact. The sound of my naked breasts bouncing against my belly rings in my ears as my body falls to the ground with a big thud. How dare you touch her? Ricky steps up behind me and wraps a blanket around me before bringing me to my feet. Are you alright, my love? His eyes search mine, like he's genuinely concerned for my safety. Gazing into them, for some reason, I feel safe. Given the things that have happened in the last few minutes, I feel insane for believing that, but it's real. What did he mean by legend, Ricky? Why was your body floating? And why do you all have these dead women here? The women are Preston's attempt to become more powerful, but epically failing. That's why he has these Halloween parties. He's dramatic in his conquests and likes to sever their heads and cut out their eyes like he's Jason Voorhees. Fuck you. I should have told you who I was when we met, Angelica. I knew you were different the second I laid eyes on you, and I should have gone with my gut. But what do you mean? Who are you? You grew up in a religious family, right? I shake my head, remembering I told them about my Christian household on one of my tell-all drunken nights. Well, I am too, except my family is a little different. Modern times refer to my kind as Wiccans. Wiccan? Like witchcraft? Yes. Each one of us is unique. Tap into our most powerful form, we must taste the blood of our soulmate. My energy manifests from my hands. He cups my cheeks as I close my eyes and feel those butterflies greet my stomach. Is that why I'm defenseless whenever you touch me? Yes. Except it didn't work on you as well as it has on others. You're special, Angelica. Although you've grown in a world where you were raised to believe in God, something inside you doubted it. From a young age, you knew you were meant for more, and nothing is more powerful than free will. How did you know? I asked, not remembering telling him when my doubts started to surface. Like any Mormon child, I went to church daily and spread the word of God as I was asked, but I never believed in what I was saying. I accept that there are higher powers. To worship a man so religiously, I never understood it. The day your doubts began was the day something sparked inside of me. A signal that you existed was sent to me, and I've been on a mission to find you every day since. Wow, I don't know what to say, Ricky. This is all a little too much to take in. For a second there, I thought I was going to be your next victim. Admitting that his methods were a little creepy, what I feel pounding in my chest is by far more terrifying. No, I could never hurt you, Angelica. Love you. You do? Our souls will be bound once I take your purity. Haven't you wondered why you never reached that level with another man since you've been free from your parents' chains? He's right. The thought has crossed my mind a few times since I've been in school, but I just chalked it up and not finding the right one. I have before, but none of them made me want to take it to the next level until I met his. Tracing my fingers over his lips, flashes of our passionate moments flicker in my head, highlighting the best parts of our love story. Realizing that's exactly what these unexplainable feelings are, I feel an electricity soar through me. Like an answer I've only been searching for has been revealed. Smiling, I part my lips to speak as a sharp stabbing pain greets my chest. Looking down, I see a large knife sticking out. Angelica! Ricky shouts as my body falls forward. He catches me. The blade that has pierced my heart slides back out. The floorboards begin to shake as what looks like an iridescent bubble surrounds me. How could you? It's not fair. I am older, and I haven't found one yet. It's me who was meant to be the most powerful Wiccan. Preston's voice shouts behind me, and a blast of wind surrounds us, and what sounds like bones creaking becomes the only sound in the room as I fall to the floor. Ricky bends down and lifts my head, bringing his forehead to mine. Please, don't leave me, Angie. I love you. Ricky? I call to him, but blood starts to spill from my mouth. His tear-filled eyes meet mine, and he kisses my lips one last time. Bring you back, my love. I promise. I'll do whatever it takes to bring you back. My eyes start to shut as the sharp pains suddenly disappear. No, Angie, please. Flickering my eyes open one more time, I whisper, "Love you too." And ladies and gentlemen, the end of our story.